Hello, everyone. My name is Alberto, and I'm here to show you how Trustless work is building the escrow infrastructure for stablecoins. So, Alberto, what are escrows? Escrows are how we've been solving trust between strangers for ages. The most common type of escrows people tend to know about is real estate escrows, where we use an escrow agent or a middleman to hold the funds while the conditions are met, like inspections, paperwork, so on. And this protects both sides of the transaction, ensures delivery before payment, and it's common again in real estate, high value commerce, and services. And what is escrow infrastructure? Escrow infrastructure is what companies like eBay, Upwork, and Airbnb use to protect the funds while conditions are met. For example, eBay uses escrows to hold the funds while the merchant delivers the product. Upwork uses it to hold the funds while the freelancer delivers the work, and Airbnb uses it for security deposits. And what are stablecoins? Stablecoins is a type of cryptocurrency that aims to maintain a stable value relative to a specific asset, most commonly the US dollar. These include a USDC, USDT, or PayPal USD. This has been growing in volume. For example, just 2023, we were doing 21 trillion a year. Just in 2025, we've done 21.5 trillion in 6 months. So this is growing at crazy adoption. Right now, we have over 260 billion market cap, and only in Latin America, it's been growing. Adoption and volume has been growing 42.5% year over year. Yet, yeah, stablecoins payments settle in seconds are great. I can send funds, for example, in Stellar in 3 seconds. I can send 100,000 USDC to the other party. But what about holding funds while conditions are met? What happens, for example, in e-commerce? Uh, while I receive the product, right? Who represents me? Where's the neutral party? And that's what we just both fiat escrows and blockchain-based escrows shares similar problems with different causes, right? It's very costly. You need a smart contract developer. You can't expect every marketplace or every e-commerce to have smart contract developers. There's a slow time to market. It requires audits. There's scalability issues. There's a lot of risk. And again, it's very complex. So even if you want to build something as simple as an escrow contract in free, it's very complex to have a real audited, um, trustable escrow contract, right? And that you can configure. And that's exactly what we've been building in Trustless work. We built an API, an SDK that in just 2 lines allow you to deploy an escrow that's cheap, fast, non-custodial. It's role-based, which is something I'm going to explain soon, and it's secure and transparent for all parties. So how does it work? Basically, you deploy an escrow, and the escrow has different roles assigned, which I'm going to explain later. But anyone can fund the escrow. We have a bridge from other networks and also from any wallet installer. You can fund an escrow. And then this is where the role start. You have the service provider role, which is the party that can sign a milestone update, like, hey, the product has been delivered, or hey, this transaction is done, or hey, this inspection is checked. Then we have the approver who signs to approve the milestone deliverables. And then we have a release signer who signs to release funds, right? And these three signatures are the ones who control the flow of funds. If any dispute is raised, there's an alternative dispute resolution flow that's triggered. And but we are not only an API, we also have like the demo lab to allow any developer to explore endpoints and experiment. We have a decentralized escrow viewer that provides transparency to all the parties. And we also have the decentralized back office, which is an open source back office you can use to deploy, monitor, and interact with escrows. And this is like the real game changer here because you can use different integration models. So, for example, if you're building a crowdfunding application, maybe you can deploy the escrow in our back office since you're only going to use one, but then create a UI for people to fund it, which is, again, a back office first hybrid type of thing. Or you can clone our back office and use it for dispute resolutions and for release signatures. Or you can just clone it and put it like your logo and rebrand it and extend it to your needs. So depending on your needs, you can use different sections of our product suite. And yeah, you can use a full back office hybrid or full API integration, and you're still using our API. It's free to test, it's free to experiment with it. We take a 0.3% fee upon release on all escrows on mainnet. This is marked on the contract. And we are doing a monthly subscription fee for enterprise and more complex use cases. For example, when you need escrow on escrow on escrow, for example, in project management or more complex money Legos. Our traction, we have over 20 plus products integrating us. We have over 3,000 unique repo loans and over 100 developers onboarded. Current use cases is crowdfunding, decentralized peer-to-peer exchange, freelance marketplaces, a platform for grants and bounties. We have a US corp group doing corporate debt financing and commodities. Our market size, well, it depends on the one integrating us, but global B2B payments is $7 trillion. Annual fiat escrow volume, which again is limited to high value transactions, is 400 billion. And only on stablecoins, again, we are targeting a volume of over 21 trillion in 6 months. More about the trends, we have seen explosive acquisitions in the stablecoin space, Bridge, Curve, Iron, and Rail, for example. We have seen strategic partnerships. Visa has joined the Global Dollar Network, which is on Stellar. Pfizer is launching Pfizer USD with MasterCard and PayPal, who are also coming to Stellar. So there's a lot of trends here in momentum that show us, and not only that, the institutional and regulatory momentum show us that stablecoins are here to stay and it's only going to grow. Yet there is no native way to do escrows on stablecoins, and that's our unfair advantage. One, we're instant API first deployment. We have multi-market position, meaning we are targeting developers, builders, stablecoin native platforms, and enterprise. And we're open source and have a developer growth flywheel, which I'm going to show at the end. And yeah, we are Web 2 and Web 3 ready. We are abstracting smart contract development for Web 2 developers to integrate into the stablecoin economy faster. So we have speed, flexibility, and an ecosystem leverage. For example, we did this vibe coding manual, so you can just prompt trustless work into your applications. Armando, one of our developers we tested on, was able to deploy an escrow on his vibe coded application in 3 prompts. Let's see if you can do better. We are currently raising 600,000 pre-seed. We're early backed by Draper University and the Stellar Development Foundation, and we're looking to deploy our founder-led DevRel go-to-market strategy, which includes, get builders to do production integrations, just as we are currently doing with Pacto, Grand Fox, KindFi, then create these case studies, get enterprise deals because of these case studies, and these create more builders and so on. That's how the flywheel goes. As I mentioned earlier, we are targeting developers, builders, and product teams, stablecoin native platforms, and enterprise regulated platforms. We have a very technical team of 4. This is me, the product leader, and we have Joel, which is the front end and DevRel engineer, Caleb, which is doing back end and data indexing, and Armando, which is also doing smart contracts and full stack development. But most importantly, we're supported by more than 50 contributors from all around the world. Thank you for your attention. That was Trustless Work. My name is Alberto. Pura vida. Bye.